Imagine being able to score in any game situation, whether it's a defender behind you, big defender in front of you, someone to the side of you, pretty much no matter what. What would that do for your game? You'd be able to score a lot more points, right? And who doesn't want to score more points? That's why you should practice wrong-footed layups, but, and there's a big but on this, there's some really important things you have to understand about when you would want to do them, why you would want to do them, and how you should do them, and why you should not do them. I'm gonna break all that down for you in this video. Coach Jesse Muench with Get Handles Basketball. We train harder and smarter so you can play like the pros. If that's something you're looking to do, subscribe and turn on all notifications. Now, one big thing that'll help you with this is something I'll actually have for you at the end. It's the top 3 things that keep almost all players from scoring as much as they could around the rim, so you'll definitely want to grab that. It's a free video. All right, so first things first, if you're a righty, usually a lot of players, the right left foot pattern is going to be more comfortable. If you're left, it'll be left-right footwork pattern. And if you're not comfortable doing the other footwork pattern, the first thing you want to do to get this down is work on that left-right pattern on both sides of the rim. So what I'm telling you right now is to work, if you're a righty, on left-right, finishing with that right hand, finishing with that left hand on the right side of the rim. And then doing that same thing on the left side of the rim, dribbling with the left hand, going left, right, finishing with the left hand, and of course going with the left hand and going left, right, but finishing with that right hand. This is really important for 2 reasons. Number one, if you're a righty and on the left hand side for your left hand layups, you're still going right, left, and jumping off that wrong foot. I don't want you to be like, oh, well, coach says I should work on wrong foot layups, so I don't even have to worry about learning it the right way. No, you should learn it the right way. But the second reason is it's gonna give you options on both sides, right? Like we covered on both sides of the rim. If you can go the regular steps on the right side, right, left, now you have the option to do that with right hand and left hand finishes, or also on the right hand, you've got the option of going left, right, and going left hand, right hand, and then you've got all those options on the other side. And adding all that to your game will give you different options in game situations. So the first scenario this would come in handy is a lot of times when players are gonna go for a reverse layup, defenders, like I've had like help defenders call out to the guy guarding me, he's gonna reverse, and they know it because of my footwork. So if I'm going left, right, a lot of times it looks like I'm gonna go left hand up onto the reverse side, right, coming to this side. Well, if I can get my goofy footed layups or wrong footed layups down on this side, then I can go boom, boom, and then from there I could go into that reverse layup unexpectedly when people think now, because I went with this leg up, that I'm gonna come to this side. Or I could give them that expected reverse layup footwork by going here, here, and then just finish right here on this side instead of coming across. So by practicing these different things, I can throw my defenders off and people can't read what I'm gonna do so easy. Now it's harder to block my shots. Next reason, let's say I go with 1, 2, and I wanna give some sort of a fake, right, and keep this pivot foot down. Well, if I got my goofy foot layups down, now I can come and maybe go into a layup like this, which yes, it is legal to pick up your pivot foot as long as you release the basketball. A lot of people don't know that rule. I could finish, you know, this way here, use my leg for protection. We'll talk more about that in a second, but it just opens up different options when you've got that pivot foot down that normally wouldn't be there, where if you're not comfortable with jumping off that goofy foot for those layups, it might restrict what you can do. Next reason is one of the most important and common reasons. If you have to slow down to get the correct footwork and that lets your defender get back in front of you, it's kind of stupid, right? If I have to go left, right, and slow down to do that, there's really no point if I know my defender's gonna get back in front of me. So by having down the right, left, and getting that layup off quicker, in a lot of game situations, if that's the faster option, that's gonna give you more scoring opportunity. So it's really important that you work on them for that reason. Next reason is simple, and if you're thinking ahead of time, it'll allow you to keep those bigger defenders from jumping over you to block your shot, and a lot of times you can pick up foul calls. Instead of going here, my defender can get in here to swat the shot, right? But if I go goofy footed and come like this, now I got this leg here to give a little bit more protection on top of my arm. I got my leg here. So for them to get across me, like, they really got to reach over the top. And for them to do that, they're probably gonna end up following me, meaning I either get the foul or I get the easy layup. Either way, it's a win-win, and if you get the foul, it'll be easier to take that contact, absorb it with your arm and your leg, and still get a pretty clean finish off. Next reason you should practice wrong foot layups, and there's 2 ways to do this, is to mess with your defender's timing. I love doing this 2 different ways. The first is simply to just go goofy footed, right? So if I'm on the left side, maybe I would go right, left, just to throw them off. Because a lot of times defenders are gonna read your footwork. They're gonna read, just like on your reverse layups. Okay, he's gonna pick up the basketball here, take his step, and now they can time you to block your shot. But if I go right, left, now it's harder for them to do that. And then the other way I'll do it is I'll just simply go 1 step and go right up into the layup without taking those 2 steps. I've got more ways to help you. Pin to the top comment. That's the 3 things that keeps almost all players from scoring as much as they could around the rim. Subscribe and turn on all notifications to catch the newest videos, and I will see you in that link down below.